are you finding being a family of four?
It's amazing. Genuinely, being a dad rules.
Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner have apparently decided to part ways after being married for 4 years. The reason being tossed around is Sophie's enjoyment of parties, which is said to have contributed to the split.
And I was like, me? No, why would I ever need therapy? Life is great.
However, fans have countered these partying allegations on social media. They're pointing fingers at Joe's team, accusing them of trying to portray Turner in a negative light, especially regarding her role as a mother. A source in the know shared with TMZ, "She likes to party, he likes to stay at home." They also mentioned that Joe has been looking after their 2 daughters, Willa, 3, and DJ, 1, almost all the time for the past 3 months, while 27-year-old Turner was filming a TV show called Joan in the UK.
Wow. So I started talking to a therapist and really dove into all of that pain and trauma that I created for myself.
The divorce papers were filed at Miami-Dade County Court on September 5th, with Jonas stating the marriage is irretrievably broken. However, there were reports suggesting that he tried to salvage the relationship. According to an insider, divorce was a last resort for Joe. He never wanted to break up his family, but he had to take what he felt was the best course of action for his girls.
And I saw a headline ooh, failure. And I took that word, and that was my identity with that album.
On social media, fans rallied behind Turner, challenging the narrative presented by Joe's team. They emphasized that women are more than just mothers and should be allowed to have fun too. While TMZ reported that the couple was on the brink of breaking up for about 6 months, News mentioned details from the divorce petition, including the primary residence for their daughters and a request for a shared parenting plan. In a candid interview with Ella in August 2022, the Game of Thrones star expressed her desire to move back to England, whereas Joe preferred raising their children in the US. For legal support, Joe reportedly hired Thomas Sasser, known for handling high-profile divorces. As the public learns more about Joe Jonas's divorce from Sophie Turner, additional claims about Joe's past behavior regarding explicit photo requests are surfacing. Alexa Nicholas, a former Nickelodeon star known from Zoe 101, took to X, formerly Twitter, on September 8, 2023, revealing an incident from their teenage years. Nicholas, who is now 31, alleged that Joe Jonas, one of the Jonas brothers and a known advocate of purity rings during his youth, had requested nasty photos from her. The revelation came amidst ongoing reports about Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's divorce, leading to questions about the appropriateness of such requests given his public stance on purity. "I met Joe Jonas when we were teens, and let's just say he's the guy who wore a purity ring but asked for dudes," Nicholas claimed. There's a 3-year age gap between Nicholas and Joe Jonas. Although the exact timeline of the request remains unclear, it raises concerns about potential inappropriate behavior during their teenage years. Nicholas was 12 years old when the first season of Zoe 101 premiered and 16 years old when the show ended in 2008, while Joe was already 19 when the first Camp Rock movie aired on Disney Channel in the same year. This isn't the first time insinuations about Joe's sexual history during his purity ring phase have come to light. Sophie Turner made a lighthearted reference to this during the Jonas Brothers family roast in 2021. "He wasn't just sticking his fingers in some dumb metal rings," Sophie remarked, suggesting that Joe was involved with others during the period he wore the purity ring. In a 2013 interview with New York Magazine, Joe Jonas confirmed that he lost his virginity at the age of 20, 4 years before he and his brothers stopped publicly wearing their purity rings. Speculation and discussions regarding Joe's past have heightened on social media following his decision to divorce Sophie Turner. The couple had been together since 2016, tied the knot in 2019, and have 2 daughters. Joe filed for divorce on September 5, 2023, and requested joint custody of their children. Recent developments have heightened intrigue surrounding the situation involving Jonas and Turner. According to reports from Page 6, the plot thickened in particular recently when new photos of Jonas out to eat with the couple's 2 daughters, along with a babysitter, emerged online. During their marriage, the couple made efforts to keep their children's lives private, as stated in the quote. Jonas and Turner kept their children as private as possible, with few photos ever leaking of their faces and their youngest's name never even being revealed. The release of these recent photos has led some fans to speculate, with allegations such as, Jonas may have called the paparazzi in order to back his narrative that Turner has been absent as a parent lately, while Jonas has been watching his daughters pretty much all of the time, despite being on the road with the Jonas brothers. TMZ interviewed several sources who criticized Jonas for actions that they believe contributed to the breakdown of the relationship. According to the quote, TMZ spoke to several sources on Thursday who are now calling the singer out for his alleged actions leading towards the breakup. Contrary to initial reports suggesting Turner's preference for a quieter lifestyle, sources connected to Jonas acknowledged challenges in the relationship. They cited support for Turner taking an acting job in London, even though it required her to be away from home, as noted in the quote. Instead, they insisted he's been supportive of Sophie for taking an acting job in London that caused her to be away from home for a while. Recently, on The View, the hosts criticized the sexist undertones in the media's portrayal of the divorce, particularly the emphasis on Jonas taking care of the children. According to Sunny Hostin, "What I don't like about the spin lately is that he's taking care of the kids. I'm sorry, is this an immaculate conception? They're his freaking kids, too. So what, he's taking care of the kids? Does he get a gold star?" The discussion ended with Griffin saying that the criticism the pair has been receiving is unjust, especially the sexism that Sophie Turner is being subjected to. She added that at the end of the day, the couple's divorce should not be making headlines altogether for the sake of their own children, as mentioned in the quote. "These are both huge stars. I love both. They're both friends of the show. Sophie Turner, please come on. There's kids involved. So some of this, what's leaking in the press, I don't like because these kids someday are going to read it." Joe also seems to have quite a history of rattling through women. Growing up in the limelight as a part of the Jonas brothers, Joe's love life has often been in the public eye. He's had relationships with some well-known names, from dating Taylor Swift and Demi Lovato during his Disney Channel days to marrying Game of Thrones actress Sophie Turner. Before the Jonas brothers shot to fame, Joe was linked to his childhood friend Mandy Van Dyne. They reportedly dated in high school, and the Jonas brothers' debut single, Mandy, from It's About Time, was actually written about her. As the band put it to AOL, "Mandy is our childhood friend that has always been a part of our lives. She dated Joe at one point. Although they are no longer together, they will be best friends forever." One of Joe's first public romances was with fellow Disney star AJ McCalca from Ally and AJ. They dated for about a year after the Jonas brothers toured with the sister duo in 2006. In a surprising revelation during an MTV interview in 2016, AJ revealed that Joe was her first kiss. There were rumors that Ally and AJ's song, Potential Breakup Song, was inspired by Joe, but the band clarified in 2020 that it was actually the song Flattery from the same album that was about him. Joe and Taylor Swift started dating somewhat under the radar for a few months in the summer of 2008, coinciding with the Jonas Brothers' Burnin' Up tour. However, their relationship became widely known when Swift discussed their breakup on the Ellen DeGeneres show later that year, revealing that Joe had broken up with her in a 25-second phone call. The aftermath was a bit tumultuous, with both artists penning pointed breakup songs about each other. Swift's Forever and Always and the Jonas Brothers' Much Better were among these songs. Much Better even referenced Swift's Teardrops on My Guitar and implied that Joe was done with superstars. In recent years, though, Joe and Taylor have built a friendship, appearing at award shows together and supporting each other's music careers. They've even exchanged friendly gestures, like when Taylor hinted at sending a present to Joe and Sophie's first baby in her song Invisible String from the Folklore album. Joe even altered the lyrics to Much Better during a Las Vegas performance, singing, "Now I'm cool with superstars." That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.